Hi everyone, my name is Tamisha Hayden and I will be presenting on the schedules of reinforcement. Cooper et al. Defines the schedules of reinforcement as the environmental arrangements and response requirements for reinforcement, or a description of the contingency of reinforcement. As defined by Miltenberger, schedules of reinforcement specify which responses will be followed by the delivery of the reinforcer. Continuous reinforcement and extinction act as the boundaries for all other schedules of reinforcement. Intermittent schedules fall in the middle of these two. With continuous reinforcement, reinforcement is provided after the occurrence of each behavior, and with extinction, no reinforcement is provided. In intermittent schedules of reinforcement, some but not all occurrences of behavior are reinforced. Intermittent schedules are used to maintain behaviors, and there are 4 basic intermittent schedules. With fixed schedules, the time or number of responses is the same. With variable schedules, the time or number of responses vary around an average number. With ratio schedules, reinforcement is presented dependent upon the number of responses, and with interval schedules, reinforcement is presented dependent upon the amount of time that has passed. With fixed ratio schedules of reinforcement, reinforcement is delivered after a specific number of responses has occurred. An example of this would be me rewarding my dog with a treat after he sits 5 times. In variable ratio schedules of reinforcement, reinforcement is delivered after the response occurs. However, the number of responses needed varies and is unpredictable. An example of this schedule would be playing the lottery. In fixed interval schedules of reinforcement, a response is reinforced if it occurs after a specific amount of time has passed. An example of this schedule would be getting a paycheck on a bi-weekly pay schedule. On a variable interval schedule of reinforcement, a response is reinforced based on the amount of time that has elapsed. The interval varies around an average amount of time. An example of this would be me rewarding my dog with a treat for sitting and staying on a 5-second average. According to Miltenberger, ratio schedules typically have higher rates of responding and in turn are used more in behavior modification. Can you guess which schedule is most resistant to extinction? If you guessed variable ratio, you're right. Great job. Here I have a graphic provided by rogueaba.com, which I feel provides a great visual representation of the basic schedules of reinforcement. Thank you so much for taking out the time to view my presentation. I hope that I was able to shed some light for you on the topic of the schedules of reinforcement. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them below.